The website that I'm going to go to is the demo site today, so some things may not be 100% operational, but it'll still roll over to your folks' site as well. When you initially signed up, you had a form that you filled out with some basic information, headshots, logos, color choices, things like that, actual location, contact information, and things like that. When you do get the site, you will be emailed the site, which you all know. You'll get access to it. Let's pretend that this is it. This is going to be our demo site here. When you do want to log into your website, you have two separate options. Number one is you can scroll all the way down to the very, very bottom of the site, and there's an admin login button. Or at the end of the, oh, let me screen share. Huh? That'd probably help, huh? All right, sorry about that. So here's the site. This is basically what you'd be getting, very similar when you sign up with us. There's two different ways you can log in. The easiest way to do a login is to scroll all the way down to the very, very bottom and click the admin login button, or you can always add hashtag login to the end of the URL, and it will take you to the same login page. You're going to enter in your email address that you've signed up with and then whatever password you've created, and you will gain access to the dashboard. The dashboard of the site is kind of your one-stop shop for making sure that everything's connected correctly, adding content, creating content, and making sure that you're running advertisements. All that stuff is all involved, and it's all included in this dashboard. The way that it'll look when you first sign up is it's going to be on the Getting Started page. You won't actually see the Google Analytics page. This is what you'll see. It's a Welcome to LeadSite page. And basically today's class is going to kind of go through each thing here and help you understand why we have you do these things. The first thing is obviously a 2-minute video. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just going to do basically what I'm doing, just a little bit in less detail. It's explaining to you why these things need to be done. It helps you understand how the site's going to function and how it works. So the 2-minute video is always a great way to start the course and start getting used to how everything functions. And then the first big step, if you haven't done so yet, is to complete your IDX registration. You'll click the complete registration button. It'll ask for your email, the board that you're associated with, and then from there we'll email you the steps and the portal that you need to fulfill the MLS registration and make sure that the IDX and the MLS board is installed on the site so you can start doing property searches. There are two separate types of IDX information. One of them is through iHome Finder, and then if the MLS board is compatible with our in-house solution, it'll be done through EAP RETS. And we will be emailing you and letting you know what portion of the site you will be on or what portion of the MLS you'll be on. So simply fill out this. It'll turn into grayscale like this once you're done adding the information, and we'll email you throughout the process letting you know what stage you're in for the board to accept and approve your website, and you have the listings appearing on there. The next thing that you can do is schedule a welcome call with your account manager. It'd be myself or Chris, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with as well. The call will be very basic. It'll just be giving you an understanding of where you're at in the process of making sure that the site is exactly the way you want it. You can skip this, and I actually do recommend skipping this until you've completed this welcome page. And the reason for that is if you call within 15 minutes of getting your site, that's great. We're going to basically tell you, hey, have you done your IDX? Have you done your domain? And that's all included in this Getting Started page. So I recommend doing this at the very, very end, or when you do get stuck and you need that extra help. If you do, and sometimes people do get stuck, other people are able to breeze right through it. So it's completely up to you. If you want that initial LeadSite call, that's totally fine as well. The account manager is going to kind of help you through any questions that you have. So if you get stuck with a page that you're editing, how to use your menu, how to make sure that everything's taken care of, or how to make sure it looks good, in the initial setup phase, your account manager is going to be your best friend for that type of situation, and they'll direct you accordingly if you need support help or if you need dev help or something like that. So the account manager section is very beneficial. Feel free to schedule a call with us. You can always come back and schedule a call with an account manager as well. So maybe 2 months down the line, you're ready to do some pay-per-click advertising. You just have a couple questions that you need answered. Go ahead and schedule a call with us, and we'll be happy to help you out. The next one is going to be your domain. The two big things that we really recommend that you tackle right away is launching your domain and making sure that your MLS paperwork is in order. Once those two things are completed, at that point in time, technically the site is 100% ready to go share out to the world. As far as domains are concerned, we do not host domains. You have to get your domain from a domain host like GoDaddy, HostGator, or Bluehost. You'll set up the domain by clicking on the button, and this form will pop up. basically asking for this information, and from there we take care of the rest, including the SSL certificate for the website. So it will no longer be HTTP, it will be HTTPS, meaning that it is a secure site and Google will reward you accordingly. So make sure that you fill this out pretty quickly and efficiently. Again, this process may take 24 hours. The MLS board can take anywhere between 3 days to 7 days, depending on the board. So just remember that. So the sooner you do this, the better off you're going to be in the long run of getting this site up and running in an efficient, timely schedule. On this getting started page as well, once you're done with your domain, we can enable the automatic blogging. Now, this is a perfect opportunity. If you folks don't have the time and energy to do that, we do have an upgrade where we take care of it for you. You simply just give us your login credentials to your social media account that you want the auto blogging added to, and we take care of the rest. In the event that you folks want to do it, you can go ahead and enable the auto blogging by clicking on the button, and it's going to take you to the Blogger Pro section. We're going to go ahead and make sure that it's turned on. And that means that the blog is going to constantly update for you. It's going to give you 2 free blog posts a week. And then if you actually go into the social share section as well, you can even set up the automatic blog posting to your social media accounts. And again, that's going to be found in the apps section. And I navigated to it from that section. You'll see 9 little squares here pop up occasionally when you're in an application. That'll take you to the list of the other apps. And then we're going to go ahead and go into social share. And here you can designate what social media account you want your blog posts or your pages to automatically post to at any given time. And you can do it in the settings. So again, or I'm sorry, the social posting. So again, we have it, the settings app, we're going to connect with Facebook. And then from there, we can adjust suggested blog posts, copy them. We're going to paste it and we're going to add it to the queue. And when we do this, if we go to the queue, you're going to see that it's there now. And these are automatically going to auto blog or auto post the blog to your social media account, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn, every single day at a scheduled time of your choice, or even every other day if you wanted to, which is really cool. So try and tackle that. That's something to get started with. It helps you kind of familiarize yourself with how the applications work, what they look like, and how they function. So that's kind of a good one to get started with and get comfortable with the site. If you do have questions, hit this help button in the upper right-hand corner, and you'll be connected within 5 to 15 minutes with a live support agent who'll be more than happy to help you out if you do get stuck with something, don't remember your password or whatever. We'll help you through the steps. The next one after the auto blogging is adding your social media accounts. It is imperative that you folks set up as many social media accounts as you possibly can, even if you don't want to use them. The reason for this is you're creating a sphere of influence online that'll help you generate leads in the long run, and more importantly, give you more brand recognition so people remember who you are. A lot of leads take anywhere between 3 to 6 months to actually nurture and turn into a potential client. So making sure that you have every single door open for them to reach out to you is imperative for the website success. The way that you add a social media account is you'll click the button on the Getting Started page, and then you're going to go ahead and navigate into the settings of the social share app that we were just in, and this is every single social media account that you can add to your website. The social media accounts will appear on the header and footer of every site as well, so you know that they are there and they're available for people to check out. So for instance, on this one, I don't think any are connected here. There isn't any connected here, but they'll sit nestled right here. On the footer, they will also appear down here right below your featured areas. So this is where it'll update. So be sure to add those social media accounts so people know how to contact you if they do have questions, and take advantage of it as well. Let's see, just double check, make sure you folks are doing okay. Would social replace something like Hootsuite? It's not as, that's a great question, Robert. It's not as robust as Hootsuite is. If you're familiar with that and you enjoy using it, because that one can be sent out to multiple accounts where ours can only be sent out to one, keep using it. And yeah, Google Plus is going away. We are aware of that. We're actually changing that. That'll be another update coming out where it'll be the Google business page. So don't sweat that, Bob. You'll be good to go. You can actually add the Google Plus or the Google business page link there, and I believe it'll still work. And again, we're changing that verbiage up shortly with an update. So thank you for bringing that up. But Robert, to answer your question, definitely use Hootsuite, especially if you're familiarized with it. It's a fantastic tool, and I recommend everybody else in this chat at least check it out because it's very, very cool. It's a very great social media manager to help you save time and energy. Great. Okay, perfect, Bob. Good to go. Yeah, so the verbiage just needs to be updated. That's it. I'm pretty sure Dev is going to be on that. Thank you for bringing it up. I'll bug them again after this meeting, so thank you. The next thing as well is choosing a template for your CMA tool. Most of the tools that we give you are templated. So squeeze pages, the home page itself, your header and footer, any calls to actions on the site generally have templates that you can choose from. The CMA tool is no different. So in this case, when we go to the templates here, we have an active template. We can take a look at them. We can filter them out by dark or light versions. And from there, we can just make sure that everything is exactly how we want it to look. So choosing your template sounds kind of like a really, really basic thing to do, but it's super good. It's super good that you get those basic things done and out of the way. So 6 months down the line, you're not cycling through your site going, what the hell is this? Why is this a thing? Why does this look completely different than the rest of my stuff? So take advantage of looking at each template. You can also go to the settings and change any of the verbiage on these templates as well. So the My CMA page where it asks how much is your home worth, you can change it to how much do you think your home is worth, or let's find out now. You can adjust any of this information. There is automated reporting where we do pull Zestimates. Ugh, I know, but at the very least, if you did want to save the time and energy of doing it yourself, which is not recommended, you can always give them Zestimates right out the gate. I do highly recommend that you give them a personalized report for their property. It's a win across the board. The only downside to it is it's a little time consuming. Zestimates on average are about 30% overpriced of what the house will actually sell. So you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. So make sure you're doing a good job at giving them a custom home value report when they're entering in their information on this page. Or again, if you're just one of those busy agents that don't have time to do that, you can give them a Zestimate within the second they submit the page. Other than that as well, any other information that you can change, there is legal settings. We have SEO settings as well for metadata for this page. And you can even connect any of your CRM paths that you've created to this site, to this page as well. So there's all kinds of really, really great stuff. And again, most apps have a little explainer that'll help you understand what the tool is used for. So take advantage of those as well. Let's see, we'll get back to the getting started page. So signing up for live coaching, you folks are actually in that right now. We're hanging out chatting. This is going to be the exact same thing if you've never registered for this class. For the people who are checking it out on YouTube or interested how this works, you can come into this class just like Bob and Robert are doing, and they're hanging out with me, just grilling me, asking me good questions, making sure that they get everything clarified. So feel free to register for that class. You will be emailed every single week. It happens every Wednesday at 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 3 o'clock Eastern, and I believe that's noon West Coast Pacific, right? If I remember correctly, I don't remember. But yeah, so it'll adjust and you'll be notified when the meeting starts so you guys can come in. The other cool thing as well is we do have text message notification systems built into the website. One of them is a texty code, which is very cool. It is a great lead generation object, and people do not use it as often as I'd like to see them use it. These texty codes are fabulous for yard signs. If you have an open house and somebody's too chicken to go inside, they can always text the number, the code that you've created on your yard sign to get more information about the property. And in return, you'll actually generate the lead's phone number. So it's a very, very cool tool. It's great. I recommend that you claim your code right now because once it's taken by another user within our sphere, you can't use it anymore. So Chris McHale in Albuquerque, New Mexico might have homes 1, 2, 3, 4 as the text code, and Chris Tenerowitz over in California can't use that code. So when you navigate to the texty page, there is a section here where you can create the texty code below. There's a little read more button. If you did want more information about it, this is the number that is required to text to, but we'll add a new code by searching for a code and then claiming it. It'll let us know if it's claimed. At this point in time, I've called it as mine. So when they text this number, the code, then this message comes back. Right, so you've created whatever page, whatever squeeze page or landing page or any information about the property. Maybe you're just giving them the MLS information. That's totally fine. These are great tools. This is an awesome thing to use and take advantage of. The other cool thing that I've seen people do as well is something called beacon technology. If you ever walk into a store and all of a sudden you get a vibration on your phone and it says, hey, check out these sales, that's a beacon that's actually capturing that phone service or that signal and then it's firing off a message. That's another great technique. This is a little bit more rudimentary because we're using yard signs for it, but it's definitely something to take advantage of. And some people have gotten really creative with it. If you folks have had success with it, please share it with us too on our Beat Zillow group if you've had success with Texty codes. But they're very, very cool. The Texty app itself is designed to just give you an automated message when they enter in their phone number, and it's great. You get that initial touch within 5 seconds of them submitting a form to you, which is imperative. Studies have shown that if you get a touch in within the first 5 minutes of a lead giving you the information, you jump up almost 200%. And it's a real number, 200% of that person eventually becoming a client of yours if you get that touch in quickly and efficiently. And that's what this is designed to do. Every form that's on the website is located on the left-hand side that requires a phone number. And thusly, if somebody's looking at your InstaFarm page, you can adjust the customized text that comes when they give you the phone number on that form. It's a great tool. It's a great way to get your touches in. It's a great way to get that sphere of influence set up properly and a great way to follow up with people. So take advantage of it. Make sure you guys are doing okay. Awesome. You folks are doing good, hanging in here with me. Very, very good. Let's scroll down here. We just did our Texty code, and now we're adding testimonials. And testimonials are something that are really important as well. Again, it builds trust. It helps leads understand that you are a person of your word, you're a successful agent, and you've had great rapport with people. Again, add a testimonial by clicking. And the Bragwall app is very, very easy to use. It's super intuitive, super simple. We do have some fake ones that we do add to your account in the event that you're a new agent. You can edit those however you want. In the event that you want to add a review, go ahead and click the big red button or orange button, depending how colorblind you are. Give yourself that 5 stars, enter the title, and then enter in the review text of whatever that person emailed you or anything like that. If you do have video testimonials, upload them to YouTube. You can copy and paste the link here, and you've got yourself a beautiful video testimonial on your testimonial page as well, which is super cool. Or any images, so that perfect couple holding the keys in front of their house with the sold sign, money. Take a picture of it, put it up on the review. Super, super cool. The other thing as well is you can always ask a client for a review. If you click that button, just copy and paste this link and fire it off on an email once they're done with their transaction. And the second they submit their review, boom, it'll automatically be posted on your website if it's 4 stars or higher. Anything less than 4 stars, it's not going to be posted without your approval. So you can always double check and make sure that the stuff that's on your site is beneficial for you and not hurting you. Pretty quick, pretty easy way to get some good testimonials on the page, I think, and I really enjoy using that. It's again, great way to grow brand recognition, so take advantage of it. The last 2 ones are pretty easy. Capture more testimonials, so obviously going out. You can also import testimonials from other testimonial sources. You can find that in the settings as well from the Bragwall. And then lastly, there's Enable Google Analytics. The analytics section itself is imperative for the website because it acts as a heart rate monitor for your page. And the reason why I say that is you're actually going to see fluctuations in graphs showing you how often people are coming. You're going to be able to monitor traffic, how long they're staying on the site, how many pages they go to, and what pages are the most successful for your website. So it's really, really important to have this set up because it allows you to get a good baseline on if the site is successful, if you're seeing people going to it, if you're getting eyes on it. Once you've clicked this button, you sign up with Google. It's 3 easy steps. If you do get stuck, take advantage, again, of the help button in the upper right-hand corner, and we can get you set up and helped out. But once you're done enabling Google Analytics, this page will disappear. And you'll actually get this page, which is called the dashboard. And this is where all of the Google Analytics data is transferred over from Google to your site, so you don't have to have 10 different tabs open to track data. In this case, if you look at it, we've had 326 visitors to this site. We've had an average of 5.59 pages per view, as well as an average time of 7 minutes. When you do set this up, it will be a completely blank slate, and those numbers you'll start to see go up tremendously as the site ages and SEO starts kicking in and you start creating content. It'll show you your leads in the last 30 days as well as the top pages. So, a test page, for instance, is a 404 page, totally fine because we use it for tweaking and tuning things. But you can get an idea of where these people are coming from as well. 30 of them found this website organically through a Google search, which is awesome, and that's the best lead you can get. That's the best view you can get. So trying to focus on organic SEO content is important, and we give you the tools to do that as well. Once you're done with all of this, you've got yourself a fully functional 110% ready to go website that you can share out to people. But in the event that you do need help with something specific, or you do want to update something on the homepage, there's two separate areas that you can do so. Number one will be found in the app section, and the section will be site design is what you're looking for. I believe it's the third one down. You have a home pages and header and footer site design section where you're actually able to change the template in real time on your page. So take advantage of that. Make sure you find one that's niche. For instance, if you're in California and you're selling $1 million properties, maybe you want to focus on a luxury version of the homepage. If you're focusing strictly on buyers, you're one of those buyer's agents that just does great deals through that. Simple, easy way to go. Boom, you can focus on a buyer's site. We've got classic, we've got seller sites, we've got modern sites, and these are all available to you to use. So take advantage of selecting the perfect template for you. And then when you go to the settings, this is going to be template specific, but you can adjust every single subtitle or title or section or widget on the homepage of your site as well. So you can change that data. So this is going to be your one-stop shop for making those edits. In the event that you update your headshot, you update your logo, your color scheme, anything like that, that's actually going to be found in your headshot or your logo in the upper right-hand corner of the dashboard under the Settings tab. And when we go to Settings, it'll be in your profile, and from there you can adjust any of that information. You can change out logos, headshots, whatever you want, site-wide, just in this section. You upload the new photo, and then you save the changes, and it'll change in real time. Color is the exact same way. You can adjust the color scheme if you want to, as well as the header menu of the site too. This is a little bit more advanced, but in this case, if you did get the site and you just saw a couple wonky spots that you just weren't happy with, you can always adjust the information there yourself. Again, if you don't know where to find that information on any of these pages or these tools, hit that help button, snag a screenshot, and send it over to us so we can take a look at it for you as well. Robert was asking, what's the name you mentioned when you were talking about Texi codes? The one that connects to their phone when they walk in. That's going to be called Beacon. Is what that one is. It's a very, very cool tool. Let me see if I can pull it up for you. Oops. So yeah, if you just Google Beacon technology, it'll pull up some information that you can get an idea, and it should show you a couple companies. I've seen some people use beacons on golf course properties. If it's on the 9th hole, they just glue it to the wall or kind of hide it in a tree right next to the property. And the second that golf cart drives by, they get a buzz on their phone saying, hey, this is your favorite golf course? Check out the house that's facing hole 9 right now, right? So it's a great way to try and get some people anywhere that you're at. But golf courses, marinas, things like that, this is some awesome, awesome technology to take advantage of. Great question. You're welcome, Robert. Yeah, it's a very great tool to have. It's very, very cool. It's a great idea. A little bit Big Brother-esque for my taste, but as far as selling properties are concerned, I think it's a little bit more manageable. When a home improvement store is starting to tell me on sales on lawn equipment, that's when I get a little freaked out. But that's just me. But yeah, great tool. With that said, I just wanted to show you folks the Getting Started page today. Even if you've had your site for a long time, I still recommend actually going through those and just making sure that each one is checked off, making sure you've taken care of every single one of those items on the page, just because it helps with SEO, right? It helps with metadata, it helps with SEO, it helps with brand recognition, making sure that all of these things are done. And it's one of those things that once it's done, you're good to go. You're comfortable. You understand how it works. And they're great tools that are just not taken advantage of appropriately. So please do. So go to that Getting Started page. Make sure everything's checked off on the list. And then from there, the next class, we're going to dive much deeper into how to brand yourself online. So with pay-per-click advertising on Facebook, we may even talk about Facebook business pages and how to make one look appropriate. With that said, thank you folks for hanging out with me today. Feel free to reach out via my email. You can always email support@EasyAgentPro.com as well, or hit that help button in the upper right-hand corner of your site. I will chat with you folks next Wednesday. I look forward to chatting with you, and we'll hit the ground running with some good marketing techniques. From there, we'll just kind of let the EAP world take us where we need to go. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.